got big dreams, I'ma do big things. Yeah, you see me on the big screen looking so clean. I don't move slow, I move fast, right past.
What's going on, guys? Sam Explays here, and we got a boatload of information yesterday. I'm going to be showing you guys some stuff from the live stream just in case you didn't see it. It was incredibly long. By long, I mean 4 hours. It was insane. I ended up staying up late last night to watch it. I was up till like 11 p.m. They went over a lot of stuff. They did a dev Q&A. They also showed gameplay of Sharen and Keelan, and then they also teased what the next character after Ines is going to be, which her name is Serena, and she's going to be a Fire Descendant that apparently like flies, and I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here to report the news. But the big one that everybody is obviously going to be talking about once they find out is the devs are giving away a free ultimate bunny. So no, you didn't get clickbaited by the thumbnail. That is actually happening. Now, me personally, because I know people are going to have a lot of opinions about this for sure, because those people that paid like $100 to get the ultimate bunny bundle a few months ago, 3-4 months ago, they are probably a little upset, I would imagine. I know I saw a few people in chat that were kind of pissed off about it. However, the trade-off is that if you already have Ultimate Bunny, you get 2 free Sharen skins that they're going to be giving to you. So yeah, if you don't have Ultimate Bunny, then that's great news. You'll be able to get it for free once Season 2 launches. But yeah, you know, some people are going to be a little pissed off, obviously, if they drop the money on it, and then now people are getting it for free. Me, personally, it doesn't matter. I farm all my ultimates, so it doesn't affect me. Like, it literally changes nothing. I just get 2 free skins, right? But I also play this game a lot, so those people that might have spent money on it might feel differently, but that's my take on it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's basically to get new players into the game, to kind of incentivize them to start playing, and they get to just unlock Ultimate Bunny for free, right? And we get 2 skins. So yeah. I know this is going to be kind of a hot topic, so I gave my take. Take it with what you will. You know, it is what it is. That's what they're doing. So yeah, if you have a friend and they really liked Ultimate Bunny, but they didn't want a farmer, or they couldn't afford her, or whatever the case may be, maybe they didn't have the time, who knows, you'll be able to get her for free. So let me go ahead and switch this. I'm going to show you guys the event from the dev stream, and then I'll show you guys the Sharen and Keelan gameplay. As I said, this live stream was 4 hours long, so I'm not going to go over everything. I'm just going to show you guys the main points, but let's go ahead and jump into it here. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Sharen gameplay first. As I said, this is from the dev preview, which you can find on YouTube if you want to watch the full thing, but it is extremely long. But let's go ahead and watch this. So this is going to be Ultimate Sharen. As you can see, she does a little backflip here. She has like a laser gun going. This is going to be the new weapon. And here's Keelan. He's primarily, you're just gonna dash through the dungeon. You can basically infinite dash, which they show later. And these are going to be like the new like dungeon mechanics. Basically, you like destroy these robot things and then it like deactivates it. I don't know, bro. I'm just going based off what I saw and what I heard. I take it with a grain of salt, but from what I see, it's like a stealth mission. Basically, it's kind of like a spy mission. But as you can see here, Sharon's doing like backflips and stuff. This is going to be the mod that does, it's not ambushed, it's the other one, I forget what it's called, but it's her second mod that's not ambush. Basically, you're going to want to build crit and cooldown on her, so you don't really even need to look up a build. The devs already said it's going to scale with crit and cooldown. So as you can see here, you'll just basically just go stealth and then flip on them. That will basically be the combo, and then mix in your one. But basically the build's going to be 4 crit mods, 2 cooldown reduction mods, so MP conversion, nimble fingers, and then you could probably throw in like MP collector, and then use the last couple slots for survivability, right? Whatever is your preference, that is going to be the build. So there you go. I saved you from having to look up a build video. But yeah, so here again, these are the mechanics. See how he's breaking all of the surrounding whatever you want to call them, and then he breaks the middle one. That is going to be the new mechanics. And then if you get detected by a drone, more enemies spawn, so that's why it makes it like a spy mission, right? The next one, obviously, that's a big one, is going to be Fellow, so you'll be able to name this. They did confirm that. You'll be able to name it to whatever you want as you can see right here, right? You'll also be able to customize him, buy some stuff for him. I assume will be in the shop, right? I'm sure they'll give you some free designs too. The devs said the dog reminded them of I Am Legend, and that Keelan reminded them of Blade and Will Smith. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm definitely a fan of both of those guys. But yeah, as you can see, you can just customize your doggo to whatever you want. You can paint it, all that good stuff. And then you can, of course, shake and sit. Good boy. There you go. Turn. All right, you guys get the idea. These are going to be the new target rewards. So it's basically a pity system. If you do not get it within 5 missions, you will just automatically get it. They added a pity system, or it's getting added. So you'll be good there, as well as high shape stabilizers. So these are going to be for like the ultimate pieces, right? The amorph materials. Basically what it does, if you see here, it takes the lowest percent drop rate with the highest percent drop rate and it switches them, right? So normally this would be 32% and this would be 6% when you use a high shape stabilizer. Now this is going to be 32% and this is going to be 6%. I know a lot of people are going to love this. I personally am like, you know, but yeah, you know, I'm not even gonna go on a tangent about that, bro. Like, I don't want to rant about it. You know, it's probably good for the game for the casual players. I've always said that this is a grinding game, and I think they should stick to that because it's kind of like the only content we have, right? Is the grind. But for the more casual player base, you know, I'm not like heavily opposed to this. You know, it's not like a hill I'm gonna die on or anything. It's just, I don't know, man. But we'll have to wait and see. If it's good. I'm sure like 99% of the community will like this, right? And then like people like me, which is like the 1% tryhards, are like, oh, right? But it is what it is. I'm not like mad about it. I'm not like complaining about it. It's just, you know, we'll have to see how this plays out. Because I feel like this is definitely going to make it a lot easier to get things much quicker. And as you guys know, I say this in every video, the quicker that we are able to unlock things, the faster players are going to quit. So because they have nothing to grind for. Once you have everything, there's nothing to play for, right? But for the casual player base, this is good. This is a good change for like 90% of players. So all right, next up we have the infiltration thing here. So they added this is coming. Basically what it is it's going to randomize whichever dungeon you pick if you select this. You'll basically take a reward from whatever dungeon you pick, and then if you check this box, it'll just randomly select a dungeon for you that you have cleared. So I don't know, you know, if you're not one to run the same dungeon over and over, like I get it, but I can definitely see this being a problem if you get a dungeon you don't like and then people leave the group. Though let's be honest, if you're on like a certain, you know, if you're on certain Descendants, it's not like you need a party, so it's not that big of a deal if like 1 or 2 people drop. But if you're on like a non-meta Descendant and you're relying on a party to clear those things, people might leave if they don't like the dungeon, right? So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. I like the idea of it though. It kind of makes it less stale, but you know, obviously I think it'd be better if you could like filter which dungeons you did not want to get randomized, right? But we'll have to wait and see. I can't imagine that that's too hard to add. I'm sure that's what they'll end up doing. Let's move on though. They did end up changing the season. So for the season 2 inversion reinforcements, they kind of buffed them up a little bit. It's not showing here, but on this last one, it gives you like spell power and skill effect range. So there's definitely some more useful ones this time around from what I could quickly glance at. But yeah, so they're definitely like kind of upping these a little bit. I do wish the skill tree was a bit bigger and we weren't just locked into like just like these rows, right? I wish it was more like Diablo-esque or Path of Exile. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, so this is the big one that I was talking about earlier where I said, no, I did not clickbait you with the thumbnail. So this is what it's going to be. So there were a lot of opinions in the chat when they showed this. So basically what it is that you have to log in for 14 days from the 5th of December to January 8th, right? It doesn't have to be consecutive, you just have to log in for 2 weeks. After you log in for 2 weeks, you're gonna get Ultimate Bunny if you do not own her. If you already own her, you'll get these 2 skins for Sharen. So that's basically how that's gonna work. That's the TLDR of it. And then you'll also get these little like chest things which have like, you know, materials and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, as I said, guys, I think this is just to incentivize people to come back. Sorry for blocking the view, boys, my bad. That's on me. But basically, yeah, as I said, this is the way I look at it, man. Like, it's for the new players. It's to bring some players in. If you swiped for her 3 to 4 months ago, you know, yes, it's a little early to be giving out free Ultimate Descendants, but in games like this, and Warframe and a lot of other games, generally what they'll do is, I mean, gacha games too, like they do this sometimes as well. They'll give you a free like 5-star. So this is basically TFD's way to lure back in players, or new players, right? They'll see Ultimate Bunny, they'll be like, damn, that looks hot, let me go grind for that, right? So they'll play for 2 weeks to get her for free. Now my argument with this is that if you really wanted to get Ultimate Bunny, you could do it in 2 weeks, right? Like, assuming you were playing the game. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it's gonna take these players 2 weeks to get it. Like, I feel like it would just be faster to grind it, right? But, you know, that's just my opinion. I know some people who bought it are gonna feel like they wasted $100. You know, I get it, dude. I see both sides, but that is why I grind my ultimates, man. Like, I never pay for my characters. I just grind them, and then I support the game via battle pass and cosmetics. I don't see a reason to ever buy an ultimate, but I know that people who have long work hours and they still want to be able to enjoy the game and they don't have a lot of time to grind, they might be more inclined to drop the $100. But at the end of the day, it is a grinding game. You know what you're getting when you download it and when you go in, right? So that it is what it is. But that's how you're going to do that. And then the last thing I wanted to go over was they also are doing a different event, which is basically, you know, kind of a Christmas event. It's another web event. They're gonna have like an event store, stuff like that. And then they also revealed their plans for the future. So they're not calling this season 3, which I thought was a little weird. Kind of worried me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but I can't imagine that they would release like hot spring skins that are gonna make like a shit ton of money. The hot spring and Valentine's Day skins, that's gonna print, dude. That's gonna print. But basically what the girl over here said was that they didn't want to name this season 3 because they weren't sure the direction they wanted to go with the game, and they're still in talks with Nexon. Now, I'm not saying like that the game is like canceled or anything, like, you know, I'm just saying that it seems like the devs don't really know what their timeline is, like what they want season 3 to be yet. I don't think it's any reason to worry. It was just kind of like a little bit making me uneasy, just because they said like, oh, we're talking with Nexon, see what they want to do, we'll come to an agreement. But they already have this all planned out, right? Here's Serena, new ultimates. One thing I did want to say was the jiggle physics. So this is okay, so this is what's weird to me. In the Discord, they said, because everybody in the chat yesterday was like, when are we getting jiggle physics? So yesterday, in the Discord, they said that we were getting it in season 2. However, when the lady answered the question, she said we were getting it in season 3. So I honestly don't know. If someone kind of can confirm for me. It was kind of confusing because she kept saying, like we showed at the beginning, it'll be in the next season, but then she said it's in season 3. Next season is season 2. So I don't know. I mean, regardless, that means it'll be coming out in the next 3 months. But yeah, I mean, it was a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. The way they phrase stuff, was a little confusing. She's a really good translator, but I think that maybe some stuff got lost in translation because some stuff really didn't make sense. But yeah, we'll be getting Keelan and all that good stuff, fellow. Like, we have a lot of content coming on the 5th. So, you know, it's gonna be good. We'll have to see how the community reacts to the free Ultimate Bunny. I feel like people who play this game, everybody has her by now anyways. So it's like, you know, why not give it to the new players, you know? And then basically they just spent a long ass time doing a Q&A where they spent answering questions. Respect to the devs, honestly. I mean, they're working really hard. They need to find a way to get some players back. I mean, that's just is what it is. The game can survive with the player base that we have for sure. You saw it in Warframe where it like dips down when it's like dead content. It dips down to like 10 to 20k players. The First Descendant's the same. Everybody finished the content. There was no end game content to do really. After you max the guns and kill all the bosses, there's not that much to do except log in, do your catalyst stuff, and log out, right? So but I think it's going in a good direction. I think they can definitely bring back some players, but I think it is a necessary thing to incentivize people to come play the game. So I totally understand why they're doing it. But I think Season 2 is going to be really good. I think we got a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm trying to find where they showed off Keelan. I think it's right here. So yeah, so basically this is going to be his like bread and butter. He's just like unlimited dash, right? That's basically, it's not like actually unlimited, I don't think, but it's like you spam it. Like if you build like cooldown, I'm sure you could have this thing up like almost 100% of the time. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I think his playstyle looks really, really good. You know, I'll dash around. I don't know if I would get like dizzy after a while just spamming that though, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll definitely try them out. Anyways, guys, there's like so much more that I could go over. However, you know, it would take me, it's a 4-hour video, bro. It would take me so long. I just wanted to show you guys like the main points, and hopefully you guys gain some information off of this. Let me go ahead and switch back. But anyways, that was like the main points. As I said, there's some other stuff in there, but I feel like I kind of did the TLDR of it. As I said, if you want to see the full video, you can go watch the live stream. Just be aware it's really long, like really, really long. It's like a whole ass Lord of the Rings movie long. So, but let me know what you guys think about Season 2. I think it's going to be pretty hype. The only thing that I'm concerned about is Path of Exile 2 is coming out a day after. Like, that's super unlucky, man. Everybody is going to be playing Path of Exile 2, so that's tough luck, bro. That's rough. But I'm definitely going to be playing TFD. I'm also going to be playing Path of Exile, so I'm just going to play them both. But that definitely does suck that PoE is releasing a day after TFD drops its new season. That is unfortunate, but I think they'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. We just have to figure out a way to retain players for a long period, and at the end of the day, that's the devs' responsibility, and I think they're trying to do what they can. You know, I think they just need to figure out like some good content that players would like and that's fun, that's also grindy, but at the same time, it's like you want to log in and do them, right? So I think they'll figure it out. I think, you know, as I said, just releasing like the sexy skins alone will keep them afloat, because, you know, everybody loves that shit. So yeah, I think they'll be totally fine. We'll have to wait and see what Season 3 is like, but so far Season 2 looks good. And then of course we have Ines coming in, I believe it was January, and then Serena after that. So they're definitely like throwing out the girls, dude. Like they're like, you know they're trying to make a lot of money right now, so they're just constantly throwing out like female descendants. Which honestly I think is a good thing, because if you release a ultimate male descendant, while I'm sure a lot of people would like it, myself included, you know, like Ultimate Blair or something, it would not bring in revenue, or at least not as much as like, you know, female descendants with big ass cheeks like Haley, right? Like if they drop Ultimate Haley, it just prints, right? Like it makes sense from a business perspective that you would release like a shit ton of you know, women descendants, like because, you know, obviously cake, right? So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, though, if you enjoyed the video, if I helped you out, if you enjoyed the information, I got you covered on the TFD news. I also do gameplay and stuff like that, and I also will be playing Path of Exile 2. I also play hardcore WoW, so if that's something you're interested in, I'll be uploading videos on that as well. And if those don't interest you, you just don't have to watch it, right? Like, obviously, I don't expect you to. But anyways, y'all have a good one. My name's Sam X Plays. Y'all take care. I'll see you out there and I'll be on. Y'all have a good one. Peace.